All right. We're here, ladies and gentlemen, as we go ahead and really quickly introduce the players. Spawning up here on the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the yellow Zerg player representing Team Root Gaming. It's Petraeus. And his opponent. Spawning down here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Zerg player representing Team Exile 5. It's KingkOng. And now I have to really quickly do some ladder hero stuff just because I'm the one that has to do it. It shouldn't take very long. It's going to happen in about a minute. And I say this because, hey, you know what? Even players like Petraeus is a part of the ladder hero system. And I think he would be upset with me if I wasn't actually doing this. Let me unmute the game volumes and everything. But for those who are wondering what Ladder Heroes is, it's effectively just a reward incentive system that I made to try and encourage more players to play on the North American ladder, to try and make it a better practice environment. And yeah, I end up doing weekly stuff for it. Every single week I do a ladder lock. That's sort of similar to the WCS Challenger one, but obviously for a lot less money. And there is a monthly tournament that ends up happening. But all right, awesome. We are good to go with that. Gonna go ahead and award players points. We're starting to see Zergling moving around. Please do forgive me. I know that I'm not paying attention to the game right now. I'll be done in a second. All right, cool. I got it into a paint thing. I have it screenshotted. We're good. Players have been awarded points as well, and we are hopping into it. All right, ZvZ, we had relatively okay openings. I mean, nothing super crazy. We didn't have a 13-12 or something ridiculous like that, like we've had in a lot of other ZvZ games. But Baneling Nest is finished up for Petraeus, and KingkOng going straight up to the Roach Warren. So he's foregoing that Baneling Nest. This is something that we've talked about before, where if you try and forego the Banelings, if you try and forego the Zergling aggression and everything, you can get a nice little lead where your opponent's making those Zerglings and Banelings. You get out enough roaches, and 7 roaches on the way. This is actually pretty awesome. This is going to be enough, I think. In addition, with these 2 queens, or sorry, the 1 queen, and these roaches coming on out, I think it should be enough. He might end up losing one of the queens. That kind of sucks, but it's not the worst loss in the world. He does have another one coming out pretty soon. Oh, actually, it's just getting started. Not the most ideal situation in the world, but the roaches are going to be able to move across the map, and these Zerglings and Banelings are going to have a really hard time dealing with that. Even just any additional roaches that pop out are going to be able to easily deal with a lot of the counterattack aggression that we might end up seeing out of Petraeus. So KingkOng already looking to get very, very aggressive. 3rd expansion attempt from Petraeus came out very early as well. And I saw a cancel building over here from Petraeus. I don't know if that was a Roach Warren or what, and he's realizing that he just doesn't have time for it. But no, he does have his own roaches out, and he's going to be able to defend this A-okay. Zergling's going to be able to put some pressure on this 3rd expansion, though, and I don't know how Petraeus is going to be able to easily defend that 3rd expansion. A couple of Banelings mixed in with some of these roaches. Now, he doesn't have the roach superiority, but he does get, or does have to cancel that 3rd expansion. And, well, Baneling's getting close to getting some pretty good hits off, and there is a nice hit on those Zerglings. Oh, and this could get a bit weird for KingkOng, who's going to have a very difficult time retreating against not just Zerglings, but also these roaches. So the Zerglings force a lot of damage to be taken, and just picking away damage to be taken every single time these roaches turn around to try and snipe off some of those Zerglings. These roaches end up taking some more shots. And Petraeus actually takes a nice little roach lead because of that. But behind this, we do have Lair Tech going up for KingkOng. He's maybe looking to do a very, very quick transition into speed roaches with +1 missile attacks. This is something that we've seen quite a bit. But I am still a little bit concerned for KingkOng. He's got some of these roaches out, but Petraeus, well, I guess he actually does outnumber Petraeus' roaches now. Petraeus is going to back off. He's not going to push his luck, though. He realizes that if he tried to push up that ramp, it might be getting a little bit too greedy. 3rd expansion is going to be finishing up for KingkOng. Petraeus is about 3/4 finished. It's not too far away from finishing, so even though his did get canceled, it's not super far behind. Lair Tech is going to be finishing up for Petraeus as well, and not so much farther behind than the Galil Reconstitution of KingkOng actually starting. So overall, we set a situation where I think the most important thing to note is just the drone count that sits that we have at the end of the day, where KingkOng sits at 42 drones and Petraeus is sitting at a measly 31. with a later third expansion. Not a significantly later third expansion, but it's just the fact that a lot of the elements of this game seem pretty similar, except for that drone count. There's just this massive drone lead for KingkOng. Well, Overlord might be picked off with a very aggressive queen from KingkOng, but both of these players on those gold expansions, let's see what they can do with them. I love to see the spine crawlers around for that extra defense in counter aggression, because that seems so common in ZvZs, and it just is a really nice way to buy time. Those spine crawlers do take a bit of time for those even Zerglings to try and take out really quickly. And against roaches, hey, they do actually a pretty decent amount of damage versus roaches. Petraeus looking to move across the map, but sitting on a far inferior roach count, as well as, again, still sitting on an inferior drone count. In the meanwhile, we have Gas Geyser over here taken for KingkOng. Has he taken all of his other Gas Geysers? Yeah, this is his 5th Gas Geyser. In the meanwhile, Petraeus is really slacking behind on gas. Significantly so. He only has 3 Gas Geysers taken right now. He has 3 untaken Gas Geysers compared to the 1 untaken Gas Geyser that KingkOng has. And that's just going to go to show that, you know, economically, KingkOng is going to be able to transition out, get a lot of upgrades, maybe throw in some Ravagers. He's going to have a lot more gas to work with compared to Petraeus. And he's not even going to be a significantly worse economy because he's not mining as many minerals. No, he just also has the drone lead to make it work. But here we go. Roach on roach action. I do feel like KingkOng had more roaches to begin with, even as a queen in the mix over here. And we're starting to see that KingkOng is overtaking Petraeus in the roach count. 34 to 12 roaches in the units counting station. It's actually not going to be very close. Petraeus is going to be losing almost all of these roaches, and with it, I think it's just going to snowball. GG, KingkOng taking game number 1.